Yeah, let me just be succinct about this. In America, we grow actors that look like Peter Falk and Danny DeVito.
Among others.
Australia, they grow actors that look like Hugh Jackman and our guest this morning, Alex O'Loughlin.
It's been 55 years since I slept in a bed. Felt the softness and warmth of pillows and blankets.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the network that brought you Touched by an Angel. That's right. Alex, how are you doing this morning? What's going on?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
So Moonlight is getting some pretty good run here. I mean, let's face it, this is a quirky idea. Did you have to be talked into this?
As a matter of fact, when I was pitched the script by my agents, they said, you know, this is vampire PI, and I thought, oh, really? Well, I'd heard it before, you know. I mean, Angel had been made and made successfully, and so I read the script, and it was very different and excellent.
And so you
didn't have to be talked into.
What a leap of faith, man! Come on.
Yeah. Hear me? I'll just say it was excellent. And that's the. It was excellent, and it is excellent. I really enjoy the show. It's it wasn't too difficult for me to imagine how to bring this character or this show to life, because I've been a big fan of the genre since I was a little guy, and you know, this character of Mick St. John. I mean, he's a morally conflicted sort of. I mean, it's a very dramatically interesting story. He's got a lot of obstacles to get through every day, just to be able to deal with himself, and so. You know, as audience members, that's what we like to see. We like to see an ordinary person, even though he's not really ordinary. We like to see people overcoming great obstacles, and that's what he has to do.
Okay, my wife wishes she were sitting here in my place, because this is her favorite show, and you're one of her favorite characters, of course.
And I will say this: Don's wife is relatively picky.
Picky? Well,
yeah.
I'm flattered. Thank you very much.
It's Jane Austen #1, you're #2.
Well, that's okay. I'm happy to be his second.
And then Guys Gone Wild #3.
Okay,
that goes downhill from there.
Now it's getting weird, guys.
But on the show, you are cured as a.
That's right. On the show, at the end of #12, which is the last episode that we saw, Nick has discovered a cure. There's a mortal cure, and he's now back in the mortal coil, which is really all he has ever wanted. And so, in 13, when we come back, Mick is faced with probably the greatest decision of his life to date, and that is whether or not to make the decision to become a vampire again to save the person he loves.
Which is it is. You know, this is almost kind of like doing a Survivor interview. Oh, come on, just tell us who won.
That's right.
Not a chance. What a deal. So let me ask you this. Well, what else you got going right now? There's a reason I'm asking this, because it takes a long time to do one of these series. And once again, I'm going to this a tremendous leap of faith between you and your agent and your common sense that this thing's going to be a multi-year deal. So have you put life on hold, or are you hedging your bet?
Well, I mean, it's not. Really, you have to understand the life of an actor. And the life of an actor is, I mean, the fact is I spent many, many years living on rice and ketchup. You know, going from audition to audition to drama school to acting class to this and that and the other, you know. And so it's great to have a job. And noted, I've worked a bit over the years, and I've done a bunch of films, and I've done a bunch of theater, but I'm committed to this project. And if I get a job, if I take a job 100%, and I don't think about other jobs. And so just for today, I am the lead role of this TV show called Moonlight, and that's all I'm thinking about, you know. And if they continue us on, that's great.
But by having a hit, it's bound to open doors for you.
Well, absolutely. And, you know, I mean, but just I can't really think about anything else, because this is such a big role for me, and such a big job, and it requires so much of my energy that if I start thinking out of those realms, the show will suffer, and I'm not prepared for that to happen.
Listen, our satellite wind is running short, but I was curious. You said you were a fan of the genre for years. Who was your favorite vampire?
I think my favorite vampire was Anne Rice's Lestat.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I got to be honest with you. An intense role, and performed very well, by the way, on screen. Very well.
That's Lestat or Mick St. John. I mean, I'm just checking.
Well, both at this point. Congratulations. And listen, we've got to run. Okay. Knock the ball out of the ballpark. Continued success. And we hope to have you on one of these satellite tours again.
That'd be great. I'd love to.
All right, brother. It's our pleasure. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Moonlight. The Tivity Network, 9 o'clock Fridays here on the King 13. Very good. We're going to take a break, come right back. We've got traffic, Sharon's Bible Style, and First One 11 coming up next. Stay with us.